Hi everyone, Allison Davis here with another sketch-inspired layout using one of the new free sketches that I designed to go with the March 2025 hip kits. I will link to the sketch down below if you want to go grab the full version that has measurements and placements. And there's also a second sketch this month that was also inspired by the March 2025 kits that you can go get as well. So the sketch I'm using in this video features one of my favorite design concepts, creating a scene on a layout. Along the bottom, there are circles that are layered to look like grass or hills. And then there are several flowers growing out of those circles along the bottom. One of the flowers is so perfect for the HKC glitter foam stickers and has a small photo inside of it. It just feels like a design that is so perfect for the spring season and the March kits, and it's just a fun way to create a layout. But before we jump into the layout, here are the products I used from the Hip Kit Club March 2025 kits. From the main kit, I used several of the pattern papers, those absolutely gorgeous glitter foam stickers, and seriously, the glitter is stunning. I also used the puffy stickers and lots of the flower die cuts. From the Cardstock Kit, I used several of these beautiful colors. And I also used the Stitchable Spring Blooms metal dies. And I already know I'm going to be using these over and over again. I love stitching on flowers, so these will be a staple in my creative life for sure. If you are interested in subscribing to Hip Kit Club kits, there are some great perks. Once you subscribe, you get a 15% discount on all add-on kit purchases and free shipping for add-on kits that are shipped along with your main kit. You also get free cut file downloads. And if you don't subscribe, you can still purchase individual kits and cut files. You should definitely go check out all of the HKC kits. And if you want to subscribe, I have a link and discount code that you can use for 10% off. So let's go ahead and jump into the layout that I'll be making with this new free sketch. To start, I'm going to punch out those circles for the bottom edge of the sketch. This punch is so ancient. I'm pretty sure I've had it since like the first year I started scrapbooking, and I'm actually impressed that it still works. So I'm punching circles out of a variety of colors that I felt like would be a good representation of grass. I'm using 2 sheets of the cardstock in 2 different colors and then 3 of the pattern papers from the March kits. The sketch directions state that the circles start 4 inches from the bottom edge of the layout. So I'm going to use my OmniGrid ruler to help me get that first line of circles placed in the right spot. Since the circles are layered, it's easiest to start with the top first layer and then work your way down. I'm also distressing the edges with my scissors just to help define that edge and help the individual circles stand out, especially since they are all so similar in color. After I have that first row complete, I move on to the second row and again use my ruler to help me get them straight across the layout. When layering circles like this, I just try to make sure that you don't see any of the cardstock base between the circles and they are offset from that first row. With the second row complete, now I go on to the third layer. And then the last row is ready. This one uses all half circles, and I don't really need the ruler because I can just line up the bottom straight edge of the half circle with the bottom edge of the layout. Next up, I'm going to add my photos. I have lots and lots of stitching that I want to do, and having my photos in place first helps me see where some of that stitching will go, and also keeps me from putting work into places that are going to be covered by photos anyway. The first area I plan on stitching on is the circles. I have a little stencil that I found a long time ago in an office supply store, and it is so perfect for drawing these lines. So I get that spacing for the stitch border just right. I'm also going to kind of plot out my flower arrangements. I am mostly going to follow the sketch, but I'm also going to add a few extra pieces here and there. For 3 of the flowers, I'm using these super awesome stitchable die cut flowers. I was so excited when I opened up the package and saw these. I'm also going to be adding some flowers within the grass and the circle section, so I'm kind of seeing what I like and what might work in those spaces. I tend to be a planner, so I like to kind of lay things out first and make sure I'm happy with the placements before I move on to adhering anything down. Now, the second I saw these glitter foam stickers, I was in love. I love that there are 2 pieces that are kind of like a floral frame, or they could work as one. So I used one of those to frame a smaller photo, and I'm going to use it within this flower design. And I'm also going to go ahead and adhere it to the layout as well. Some of the other flowers are arranged around it, so it felt easiest to just go ahead and adhere that piece so I can get a visual of where the others will go. I decided to do stitching for the flower stems as well. So once I have my flower placement figured out, I'm using my ruler to draw the stems from the flower to the grass design. Now it's time to get started on that stitching, which is always my favorite part. I am placing my layout on a foam mat and piercing the holes with a paper piercing tool. And this part is always my least favorite part of stitching, which is why I'm super excited about those stitchable die cuts. For the stems, I'm going to use all 6 strands of embroidery floss, and I'm going to stitch using a chain link stitch. This will give those stems so much dimension, and the pattern of the stitch is just so beautiful and really interesting. It's perfect for a flower stem. I'm also using a darker green that has just a tiny hint of blue to it. It's a really great match to some of the other elements in the March kits, and I love that the darker color is really going to make that stem detail stand out. For the stitching on the circles, I was being super indecisive about what color I wanted to use. There are just so many great colors in these papers that I had used for the circles, but I just couldn't seem to settle on one. So I decided to do something a little different. And it's actually something I've never tried with stitching. There are 4 different colors of papers for the grass, so I found 4 colors of embroidery floss that match those papers. And then I pulled 1 strand from each color and then put those together and stitched with that. I love the way this turned out, and I'm definitely putting it in my must do again file. It almost has a tie-dye look to it, and I just love how it brings all of those colors together. So on the stems, I had mentioned I used a chain link stitch, but on these circles, I'm using a back stitch. And this is just that normal kind of go-to stitch that creates a continuous line of stitching. This is the stitch that I use more than anything else. After I'm done with the grass, now I can move on to the flowers. And I am going to be stitching on those as well. I love stitching on embellishments and the texture and dimension and interest that that stitching detail adds to those pieces. For these flowers, I am using a pencil to lightly sketch a small border. And I tend to sketch first. I'm sure I could freehand pierce and get it right, but I'm a rather be safe than sorry kind of girl, so it just makes me feel better to take my time and sketch that outline first. I'm doing something a little different with the stitching on each flower. For some, I'm doing a border around the edges. On some, I am stitching along the detail that's already on the flower. And then, of course, on the stitchable flowers, I am stitching through the holes that are already pre-punched on that flower. With all of those flowers done, now I can start adding them to the layout. I am using foam adhesive on all of them because I am just obsessed with dimension on my layouts. I just love having a variety of pieces that are standing up off the page. It just really makes those details stand out, literally. I am also pinching the ends of the petals to add even more interest and kind of life to those flowers. Next, I'm going to add my title. I am using 2 of the glitter foam stickers and adding them just below my photos. Now I'm going to start figuring out where I want those flowers that are going to go on the circles. I want them to be slightly tucked under the circles, but since I've added the stitching already, I'm going to have to do a little bit of cutting so they appear to go under those pieces. Once I have those flowers kind of figured out, I'm using that same circle stencil to help me draw the cut lines on the flowers. Now, I could have used my circle punch to punch the curve, and that would have been so much easier, but I do not trust that punch that I was using for this delicate of a piece. It's working, but it's a rough going punch, so I didn't want a chance tearing up one of these flowers. And doing this was super easy anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal. After I had those flowers cut, I added a stitch border on each one and then I adhered them to the circles. I used a small square of foam adhesive at the top edge of the flower and then regular adhesive along the bottom edge. And then I tucked that bottom edge under the edge of the circles. And having that foam adhesive at the top allowed me to have dimension with those flowers while also having the flat edge tucked under the circle. Next, I'm going to start adding some leaves that I cut out of green cardstock with the Spring Blooms metal dies. And my original plan was to use these dies for the flowers on the stems, but when I saw that there were stitchable die cut already ready to go, I went with those instead. But I know that I'm going to be using these flower dies all the time. Now I'm going to start adding my finishing touches. I am putting a glitter foam heart in the center of several flowers, and I'm also using some of those glitter foam dots for the center of some flowers as well. I'm also adding some phrase die cuts to a few of the flowers and some of the smaller flower die cuts down at the bottom and a butterfly by the photo flower. Then I used several of the small butterflies from the puffy stickers and adhered them around the top of the tall flowers. I also used some of the puffy flower stickers to add little accents down in the grass portion of the layout. And the last detail I added was my journaling. I cut them into strips and then adhered them in some of the open space above the 2 photos. And that completes my layout. This was so much fun to put together. These March kits are just so fantastic, and this whole thing put me in the mood for spring. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.